discrimination against the nuclear family, the discrimination against people and their dogs and their goats out there living the dream. This is the way I wish I could live and not have to, you know, be in the middle of the technocracy, but I do it to fight the globalists, Paul. Tell folks about this article.
Well, obviously, this is a family with an idyllic lifestyle. They're out there in Kentucky, 26 acres of land, living a perfectly healthy, natural, free-range lifestyle. And basically, the cops showed up, blockaded their property based on an anonymous tip. This is the most frightening aspect of this, even more so, I would say, than them being targeted by the authorities. It was an anonymous tip from somebody who knew this family, who said they were suspicious because they had this traditional free-range lifestyle. And if you go to the website, the father actually speculates, and it's not confirmed, but he speculates that the reason the authorities were sick on this family was because he unfriended somebody on Facebook.
Well, I was about to say, they're saying that the report probably came off of Facebook, which really, it looks idyllic. The children look extremely healthy. I mean, imagine if other kids could grow up on a river in the woods, you know, by a lake, in the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, this looks like heaven. And I guess because they look like kids out of a fairy tale with flowers in their hair, and they're out having a great time, and they have the rubber band guns, and they're playing. But I mean, imagine the horror there now in some orphanage or in some foster care with, you know, 15 other, and you know they've split them up too. These poor little children are being traumatized. This is sick.
Yeah, according to the latest update from the mother, they don't even know where the two oldest boys are. So it's really concerning. The good news is they had a GoFundMe page about 2 hours after we put this article up. They already met their $10,000 figure, so they've already got most of their legal fees covered. But obviously, we encourage people to support them.
Yeah, I want to send reporters. Sorry, Paul, go ahead.
No, the latest update is that they've now got legal representation, so they're starting to fight this.
Yeah, they need to sue everybody involved. You know, I'll see articles where where the CPS has been to a house 5-6 times, and there's a kid that's 6 years old that should weigh, you know, 70 pounds, and they weigh 22 pounds, and they're covered in, you know, feces and flies, and the CPS leaves them there till they die. I mean, that happened outside Austin last year because it's a black baby, a black child. But if they're healthy white kids, I mean, they can get up to $500,000 per child through the adoption mills. And DynCorp, involved in child trafficking worldwide in Texas, is the biggest private contractor for CPS. It's outside of law. It's totally arbitrary. It's totally selective. And, Paul, we see the articles every day. In fact, there's like 5 articles today about different families, no criminal record, no nothing. I mean, the CPS doesn't even say anything's been done wrong. Just, we don't think your kids are getting a proper education. They're out of here. And then, how long have the children been kidnapped, Paul?
Well, this happened on Wednesday, so it's 48 hours now, at least.
Yeah, and they've got them to, again, break their will and get the kids to make something up. They're guaranteed, if it follows fast patterns, saying, look, you know, tell us this happened, you'll be able to see mommy again. Then they'll trick the parents if they didn't have representation that was good and say...
Yeah, that's...
Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, and there's another case in New Jersey, which you touched upon, where the CPS worker just came to the house, demanded to be let in. The parents, not being too aware of their rights, called the police, and then the police basically sent her in and conducted this warrantless search. They're now suing the CPS for $60 million in a U.S. district court. So that's how people need to react. You need to get back in their face and sue the pants off of them. Basically.
Well, here's what I do, and I've dealt with the CPS a couple times with people, you know, doing the false reports just to mess with us. And I'm very calm, and I explain, you know, there's due process in this country, and I know you want to follow due process, and I know you don't want to get in any litigation with someone that knows how to litigate and has the means to do it. So you need to tell me who made the report, and I need to see all the facts, and I need to get my lawyer, and then you can come back and meet once we've identified. And they go, well, we don't have to reveal who does reports. I go, oh, but under the Constitution, Article such and such, here, let me show you. that's the case. And, boy, they don't come back. But the average person thinks groveling and not knowing your rights gets you ahead, and I'm sorry, it doesn't. The CPS has the highest turnover, about 55% nationwide. And it's because a lot of people get into it, get a degree for the right reason, wanting to help kids. So I've talked to CPS workers and social workers that are good. And they say, no, Alex, you're right. We have quotas. They put bad people in that want to abuse kids. We can't get them out. That's why we quit. I've talked to a lot of folks that got out of it because it's a greater evil than even the abusive families out there. And there are abusive families. But it needs to be done through due process, through the legal system and through the courts, not through family courts founded 100 years ago in New York City by Margaret Sanger and David Rockefeller's father. The Nazis, of course, established health departments and CPS and took over 4 million children as well, for neglect, of course, because they love them. Paul Watson, great job on all your reportage at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Thank you so much. A myriad of gun restrictions and ammo bans, and then we've got chilling statements by some of the gun grabbers that show that's exactly what's in it. But, oh, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to see it. The dictator gets to make all those decisions, and Congress is too busy insider trading to do anything about it. Congress tells court that Congress can't be investigated for insider trading. In a little notice brief filed last summer, lawyers for the House of Representatives claimed that an SEC investigation of congressional insider trading should be blocked on principle because lawmakers and their staff are constitutionally protected from such inquiries given the nature of their work. And in a way, because the executive runs that, it's kind of true, and they've been leaving the executive alone. But what about state and federal grand juries? They should be indicting these people. But Congress passed a law 7 years ago claiming that it's legal for them to. I mean, we're just so far gone. That's what's crazy about this. People say, well, then let it go all the way. Historically, once that happens, everything falls apart. They're going to grab the pension funds. They'll destroy the prosperity. The crooks we've got running things will destroy the prosperity. They'll kill the golden goose to dominate and control. Look at Napoleon. Look at the Soviets. Look at Hitler. Look at Genghis Khan. Look at Attila the Hun. The mindset of these rapacious elites are take over and dominate no matter what. That's their nature, is conquering. Through pillaging, through invasion, through fraud. And now we're under a corporate global fraud where they use economic warfare. We're here. So that's all coming up in the next hour as well. But folks are fighting back. We got a state rep coming on, and this legislation is moving forward to turn the tide in the forced inoculation move. That's coming up. Before I go any further, I want to remind everybody that we've got a bunch of specials running that will end this weekend, by Monday morning. 20% off the ProPure G2 stainless steel gravity-fed filters that cut out the fluoride, the Roundup glyphosates, and hundreds of other chemicals, or reduce them down 999%. Simply amazing products. Water 20, see the studies, see the graphs, see the side-by-side comparison to leading competitors. And you're also supporting this broadcast, InfoWarsStore.com, or have your questions answered on the different units they've got. We have the largest selection of the biggest distributor. We already have the lowest price. When we do 20% off, it is a sensationally good deal. Take advantage if you have procrastinated on this front. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. It's been sold out for more than 2 months. And it is now back and available. It is Super Female Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com with the other group of family of high-quality nutraceuticals. And again, your purchase funds this whole operation. So I want to thank you all for your support, but you're really going to love these products. InfoWarsLife.com.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems, introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation. We have now procured the most high-quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules. You will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.